This time on One Foot Flipper, we talk about those people that just can't change. Stay tuned.
One foot flipper.
Hi, Paige here, the One Foot Flipper. Do you ever wonder why people learn a lesson or they discover a fact and then they still don't change what they're doing? This idea came to me because I was watching a video from a popular YouTuber. We'll call him Dave because that's his name. Plus, I love you, Dave. Dave was complaining that he had just sold multiple items with free shipping, and it cost him more to ship the items than he charged for the items shipped. Now, if Dave was a brand new seller and this had been his first time ever doing that, making that mistake, I can understand that. But Dave, buddy, you've been selling for years. You've done the same thing many other times in many other videos in the past. So why are you still doing free shipping? Why? But no, the thing is, it's not just limited to YouTubers or single eBay people. We're going to take an example of a large business, Burbank Sports Cards in Burbank. They have a large physical store, they have a big website, and they have over 2 million listings on eBay. And what I find particularly interesting is that they have over 18,000 cards listed for 99 cents free shipping. Now, even if you're just a normal person walking along, you lose 10 to 14 cents shipping a 99 cent free shipping card out, depending on whether or not you're getting various supplies for free. Like, some people get almost anything for free. You can get envelopes for free if you're in the right situation. You can get thermal labels for free. You might get top loaders or card sleeves for free. But sending that out with zero cost of supplies and just the cost to ship it and the eBay fees, you lose 8 cents on that card. Now, I could see an amateur making that mistake. And if you actually have cost of supplies, it goes up to more like 15 to 20 cents loss on that card. An amateur could make that mistake. But this is a business with multiple employees and millions of listings. And it's not somebody in their house spending their own unpaid time to ship this. An employee is getting paid to ship this money-losing order. Let's say Johnny works there. Johnny's a boss. He can ship 30 card orders per hour, which is faster than any real-world person I have ever timed, including everybody I've ever worked with. But Johnny is the best. But, you know, Johnny's working for Burbank Sports Cards. That's in California. It's in the greater Los Angeles area. It's not too far from Beverly Hills and the beach. There's no way Johnny's making less than $20 an hour. And with additional fee, the additional cost to have an employee or whatever, probably cost Johnny's boss at least $25 an hour to have Johnny working there. For the result of simple math here, we're going to say Johnny also takes a 5-minute break per hour or spends a few minutes doing something else. So Johnny, boss, ends up shipping 25 cards per hour, which is still faster than anyone I've ever timed. That means for each order that they already lost money on, they also pay Johnny $1 to ship it. So now they lose $1.10 per order. This is a multi-million-dollar business. And they haven't figured this out. Isn't that amazing? But it's not that amazing because people don't like to change. Businesses will hire consultants who will tell them exactly what is wrong with their business, then they'll change nothing. Somebody who has an all-media store who price guesses all of their items asks me to look at their store. I tell them what's wrong with it, that all their prices are bad, and half their items are bad. Nope, they curse at me, tell me to go myself, and they change nothing and continue to get no sales. When you discover that you're doing something wrong, that is the time to change. You don't go, do-do-do, oh well, I just sent out $100 worth of items and paid $30 of my own money to do it because I put them on free shipping and I live on the coast. They went to Washington. I mean, this is only the 48th time this has happened in the last 5 years. I'm just going to keep doing it. No, you change. You stop doing that. Free shipping, sure, it could work for some people, but I believe it is an expert choice. It is not appropriate for an everything seller, particularly one who lives on the coast. Because you could very well have that East Coast to West Coast. And you're almost more likely to. I go into things on that on my free shipping video. Either way, if free shipping turns out to be a mistake for you, why in the world would you keep doing it? Why do people, eBay sellers, both eBay sellers and other people in life, keep doing the same thing but expecting different results? It's kind of like isn't that one of those definitions of insanity? I don't know. Did you toggle your free shipping on and off today to make your sales go up? Why not? Somebody told you that works, right? Or somebody did that once and their sales changed, and those things are obviously related to each other, aren't they? I mean, they'd have to be. Turning your free shipping on or off will make somebody in Paducah, Kentucky want that special edition Blu-ray of Quigley Down Under. And it won't just make them want that movie. It will make them want that overpriced one on page 3, and they'll buy it. That's obviously how it has to work. Otherwise, things like toggling your shipping on and off would be insane. I'm losing it here. So, did you know that most of the time, say like you've got a big stack of hundreds or thousands of DVDs. Do you know most of the time the empty cases are worth more money than the DVDs themselves? Not only that, it has a higher sell-through rate. DVDs on their own have a terrible sell-through rate. I'll stick it up on the screen right here because I didn't research it first, but I did already check this. Lots of empty DVD cases, however, have a 3-month sell-through rate, or 100% if you like to calculate it the way J-Ride does. And I noticed some of the sellers who are selling them aren't even actually selling them empty. They're saying in there that those empty cases are going to have DVDs and liners in them, and that you can go ahead and throw them away on your own. Which actually makes more sense, because then they can send those big old shipments media mail, because they're still media. If empty DVD cases are worth more money than DVDs, do you think that the DVD category really ever has any hope of coming back? And the other thing is, if you're going to do that, do it quick, because for all I know, me publicizing this fact right now, and if it gets picked up by somebody bigger who also publicizes that fact, it's probably going to wreck the empty DVD case category, because too many people will know about it. But so if you're going to do it fast. You want big lots, like 100 at a time. Go ahead and leave the DVDs in. And just fill up the box as many as you can. Leave the DVDs in. Ship it media mail. And you'll get more money than if you did netting between 3 cents and negative $2 like you would on the average DVD. Actually, net something like 60 cents, between 40 and 60 cents per empty case in bulk, compared to the movies, where even in bulk you net nothing. So, something to think about. All right, let's look at some more people, for some reason, not learning from their mistakes and lighting people on fire. There's an eBay seller called My Bargain Bros. It's a 14-year-old eBay account, over 7,000 feedback, and they have a variety of Funko Pops available for $5.94 shipped, or best offer. Now, a Funko Pop is going to ship at the 8-ounce rate minimum. Simply taking into account, okay, that $5.94 Funko Pop is going to sell. That $5.94 Funko Pop, or best offer, It's going to cost about $4.43 to ship, 8-ounce rate. I figured that from where I am in Missouri to Colorado. It could be worse because it could go from one coast to another. Where is this seller? This seller is in Florida. So let's figure out their worst case scenario and get right back to you. Oh boy, you should see how many segments went on the cutting room floor for what I'm about to just talk about. We had dog issues, me not knowing the English language issues, me saying the wrong thing issues, my daughter coming home, my mother calling for about the 6th phone call for a half-hour visit. Mom, if you're watching this, I love you, but you live 2 miles away now. You're welcome at any time. We don't need to plan a half-hour visit out a week in advance and have 6 or 7 phone calls about it. You can always come over, Mom. You don't have to call me that many times in advance. Okay, what we're looking at here is we have people selling Funko Pops for under $6 shipped. You think they would figure this out after the first one sells, right? Like My Bargain Bros. That's a 14-year-old account. They've got over 7,000 feedback. They're selling their Pops for $5.94 or best offer shipped. The very basic math, they send that out for nothing. If somehow they had zero overhead, you know, their labels were free, their boxes were free, they had no overhead whatsoever to their business, they didn't even have to pay for their eBay store, nothing, then they would make 42 cents on that. But zero overhead's not the reality, so they're sending that thing out for free. That's the reality, because they're most likely going to have to pay for that box. I have never been able to get Funko Pop appropriate sized boxes in mass. I either have to pay for them or I have to Frankenbox them from bigger boxes, and the amount of time it takes to Frankenbox them is actually more expensive than just buying the boxes. But does this person learn after the very first one they sell for $5.94 and see that the shipping cost was over $4.50 and the eBay fees were $1.09 and they're riding about 38 cents left there before any of the other expenses they have? Wouldn't you think they'd figure that out after the very first one? Nope. Oh, a matter of fact, looks like they have a coupon code, save 15%. So, yeah, I can just use their coupon code and delve them directly into the losing money area. Isn't that fun? Wonder who else isn't learning anything. So, I just got a registered letter from the state of Missouri. Apparently, for some reason, somehow, I owe $47 in sales tax from 2022. Not sure why. eBay remits all my taxes. I don't sell on any other websites. Didn't do any PayPal sales, which they would have also remitted it. Had no reason for this to exist, but apparently it does. Of course, the payment website for it is broken, so that's fun. Here's the thing. I could try to track this down and somehow get it fixed, if indeed it's wrong. But the problem is, it's almost certainly going to take me more time than it's worth to try to fix it. I don't see any way I'm getting that fixed in less than 3 hours, and I'm seeing a very high chance that it won't be fixed in the first place. That who knows what it'll be. eBay didn't pay something, or who knows what they flagged, where they flagged it, whatever. That'll end up owing it anyway, so I'm just going to have to pay it. Just wish their website actually worked. I'm going to have to try to find a checkbook. You know, like you actually write a check, because I'm not going to trust the automated one I send from the bank that I normally use from everything, because it won't have the form that I have to send in with it. So I actually have to find a checkbook. It's been several years since I've actually written a check. All right, let's look at a few sales here. I sold an unbranded Victorian porcelain girl doll bride for $9.71. Yeah, big money, right? Sold this Corgi World War II era, or maybe World War I era troop transport bus on a little stand here. $8.13. Someone drop shipped a Beanie Baby. Can you believe that? Or this is a Beanie Buddy, I think, because it's the big one. Sold for $6.27 and got the classic drop shipper note of no packing slip or invoice. Puzzle. $6.85. I bought that during COVID times when puzzles were selling, and they then stopped selling pretty quickly. Culture Club. Color by numbers. $4.10. I sold and cannot find a lot of 13 Bachmann Big Hauler train telephone poles. I have 4 of these lots. They are all supposed to be in box BF23. There are none in box BF23. I also took a casual look at every other box of the same size. Doesn't appear to be in any of them. How do I lose 4 lots of train poles that are that long in boxes that are that long? It's a mystery to me. Sold a Smithsonian rock tumbler. Big 15 bucks there. All right, that's all I've got for today. Well, everything else I've got I either can't find or it's too boring to even show you. So remember how we talked about DVDs earlier? At any given time on eBay, there will be a handful of DVDs available in the box, you know, for 99 cents or $1 shipped. Now, I could see anybody making this mistake as a one-off or anything else, but for example, there's a seller named Mike D here. If you search through, you can find his full seller name here, but he has a whole bunch of DVDs for $1 shipped. Now, maybe would say, oh, maybe he just made the mistake, but nope. If you go through his solds, he's been doing this for a while now. He's been selling DVDs for $1 and $2 shipped for weeks. I could see after the first one sold, and like, oh my goodness, this cost me $3.85 to ship, and I paid 48 cents in eBay fees. What am I doing? But no, he kept doing it and actually listed more. What's the thought process there, do you think? Is there a thought process? Now that this just seems to be a rant video, those of you who like to contact eBay customer service, you probably know how long it takes. Probably an hour, maybe 2 hours of your day. Next time you feel the need to do that, calculate how much money you like to make per hour, then multiply it by how many hours it's going to cost you to contact customer service. Is the reason you're contacting them even worth anywhere near the amount of money you're losing by wasting your time on customer service instead of actually working? Given the things that I hear people contact customer service about, I doubt it. The only time I ever contacted customer service is when I accidentally bolded like 100 listings in a bulk setting and had to undo it and get credited for it. Couldn't imagine wasting an hour on customer service because somebody left me a neutral feedback, or I didn't understand how shipping worked, or who knows what else, or nobody's buying my Quigley Down Under DVD. Yeah, couldn't even imagine that. Nobody's buying my items. Maybe I should call eBay customer service again, because those lovely people in the Philippines, they can certainly buy my items. I don't ship to the Philippines, and eBay doesn't pay them enough to buy my items. And even if I did, those NTSC Region 1 DVDs aren't going to work in the Philippines. But oh boy, if they did, calling those people would probably really help sell my DVDs, wouldn't it? So, for most of the day yesterday, it looked like it was going to be a very special day. The day that I crossed over. That is, crossed over from making more money on eBay than YouTube. However, it wasn't going to be a good day. It's just the fact is, until 10 o'clock last night, I had only made $5 on eBay, and I make about 10 bucks a day on YouTube. But then I had a flurry of sales in the last couple of hours of the evening and got up to $228. But I just thought that was interesting. My local post office continues to fail me. Right now it is, Wednesday morning? Everything that I gave them Tuesday, all scanned in. Nothing from Monday has been scanned yet. Nothing from Friday has been scanned yet. Most of Thursdays have also not been scanned yet. And there is a day, 16 days in the past, that nothing from that day has been scanned yet. What's happening there? Now, I know you're all going to tell me, Paige, you need to go take it to the post office. Can't do it. Not possible. Physically not capable of doing it. And scheduling the pickup doesn't work with me, given my situation. I am working in the basement. My front door of my house is not in the basement. I also have a dog who would love to run outside and meet the postman. And my front porch is 2 feet from the street. So I'm just not going to pile hundreds of dollars worth of packages up there, particularly in my neighborhood. I don't live in a bad neighborhood, but I do live in probably what is the worst neighborhood in my town, if that makes any sense. Overall, it's a great town. I do live in the worst or cheapest neighborhood in it. So, pretty much every junkie and loser in the city of St. Charles lives in my particular neighborhood, and I don't really want them stealing my packages. Now, it seems like the post office does this to me about once a year. They decide, Paige, I'm going to make you really nervous and make you think I'm going to destroy your business, and then most all these packages will show up and everything will go right back to normal. They've done this to me at various times on an annual basis since I've started full-time. So hopefully all that stuff will start showing up soon. Whatever trailer is sitting there full in the St. Louis Distribution Center will finally, or hub, whatever they call it, will finally get cracked open, and they'll start scanning them. Because I know it's not just me having this problem. I know that my wife's work is having the same problem with the same days, not getting any scans at all. And they actually pick up for my wife's work, but nobody is going to sit there and scan hundreds of individual packages. And the way they ship and the way I ship doesn't allow me to give a scan sheet, and that apparently doesn't count anyway. So, yeah, I did put a message into James, my board reseller life, since I know he sells a lot and he lives in my area, to see if he's been having the same problem. But I have not heard back from him yet. I know there are several other people who live in my area, but I can't think of any of their names at the moment, which is especially bad because I talk to some of them sometimes. I sometimes just have this name blindness or don't remember where people live. Hey, thanks for coming out, everybody. After I finish up editing and posting this video, I'm going to go downstairs and start consolidating bins. Make some room, get ready for that garage sale season, because I had my doctor's appointment earlier this week to officially get a prescription for a new leg, and it's still going to take like 6 weeks to 2 months to get a new leg. Most of that is insurance. Takes so long because there's insurance approval time, and then the leg socket is a multi-stage thing to get made because it's made specifically to fit me. But once I get that out there, I will be able to walk more than 50 feet at a time, and I'll be able to be right ready to hit those garage sales right on time and actually get some good merchandise. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope to see you again soon.